Welcome to Ivy Tech Community College Northeast. Congratulations about making the decision to further your education and making the commitment to be here with us. Welcome also to Emporium Model Math. This may be a new idea to you, so we thought you would like a little bit of an explanation about how it works. So here's Aja with some information about how our Emporium Model Math classes work.
Hi, I'm Aja, and I want to welcome you to your first Emporium Model Math class. We are here today to tell you a little bit about what this Emporium model is all about and let you know all of the details so that you're ready to start your Emporium Model Math class. So before I was an employee here at Ivy Tech, I was actually a student, so I've been where you are. And I am so excited to be talking about Emporium Model because it's going to make the program about you. And it's going to make your learning something that you can hold on to and that will follow you from class to class. So let's get into it. Emporium Model Math classes remove traditional lecture and replace it with a student-centered learning environment. You are an active participant instead of just an observer. This method uses technology to make the course better and to improve your experience as a student by individualizing how you learn and allowing flexible progress through the material. The material in the course is modularized, which means that it's broken up into smaller, manageable chunks. Each of the modules has 5 steps: a pretest, homework, quiz, practice test, and a post-test. For the first half of each class period, you meet in a small lab with your teacher and a tutor. And for the second half, you meet in a larger lab that has 4 tutors. Your work is done at a pace that works best for you. You will spend less time on things that you know and more time on topics that are unfamiliar to you. You take a pretest over each module, so if you already know the material, you can move on to the next one. It does take an 80% on the pretest to skip a module. The technology also presents the material to you in a variety of forms, including videos, PowerPoints, an electronic textbook, and a web-based program that shows you how to work problems and even helps you if you get stuck on a certain problem. Next, you work practice problems. You work these problems individually in class, and when or if you need help, you just put a cup up on your desk and the tutor will come and assist you. This makes asking questions less scary. You don't have to raise your hand in front of everybody. But you have to be aware that you will have to prove to the tutor that you actually tried to do the problem on your own. You'll have to show the work that you did to try to figure it out yourself. The computer gives you immediate feedback, so you always know how you're doing. No more waiting for teachers to get graded papers back to you. You're required to get a 100% on your homework, but it's totally possible because you keep working on the problems until you get them right. If you miss a question, the technology generates a new one, so you can try again until you get them all. Once you have that 100% on your homework for that module, then you take a quiz, and you're required to earn an 80% on that quiz. If you don't make an 80%, you just practice more and try again until you get the 80%. After that comes the practice test, and at the end of each module is a post-test, and it's taken on the computer the same as everyone else. The goal is for you to reach this score in 3 attempts or less, but by the time you get there, you're going to know the information from practicing so much. At the end of the class, there's a final exam. Everybody takes it no matter how many modules you've completed. If you finish the modules before this time, you can take the final in advance and then begin working on the next class. Then you're moving ahead and you're not being stuck by other people's questions. You're working on your problems. If you do not complete the required number of modules, you will need to either retake the skills assessment test or retake the class in the next consecutive semester. If you retake the class in the next consecutive semester, you will receive credit for the work completed in the previous semester, and we'll start with the module where you left off. This is great because it doesn't mean you have to redo work that you already know. Those are the basics of how it works, and there are some other things that you probably want to know as well. Number 1 is that attendance is required. You should plan on being present for every small lab and every large lab class meeting. Your progress and the time that you spend working will be monitored by your instructor. Attendance is the equivalent of a test grade. Number 2, no food or beverages are allowed in class. Number 3, your instructor will provide you with a target schedule to keep you on track. This way you will know where you need to be by certain dates and be able to finish on time. Module post-tests and the final exam can only be taken in the small lab sessions. In order to complete the modules on time, you must spend time outside of class doing homework, like any other class. You can work on the homework from any place that has a computer and an internet connection. Usually students can spend up to 10 hours or more outside of class doing homework. But with this method, students who are diligent in their use of in-class time can reduce the amount of time that they spend out of class doing homework. You have access to online tools as well, including the online ebook, videos, and all of the help features that come within the technology from anywhere with an internet connection. You have other ways to help you get through the class as well. We have a math center here on campus in Harshman Hall in room 1734. This room has computers and tutors. See your instructor for a current schedule. We also have a tutoring center where you can make appointments for private tutoring outside of class. You're also going to need some supplies for this class. You will need pencils, a calculator, headphones, a binder or notebook to keep track of your work and handouts, and a working email address. You will also need an access code to log on to the technology system. This is available at the bookstore. When it comes to buying the textbook, you have two options. One is that you can buy the access code by itself, which comes with access to an electronic version of the textbook, which means you don't have to buy the hard copy version if you don't want to. The other option is to buy that hard copy version of the textbook, and that will have the access code packaged with it.
So those are the basics. Your instructor will provide you with more detailed information and of course answer all of your questions about Emporium Model Math.
And we hope this video helped you a little bit, and we want to say congratulations on joining the Ivy Tech community.
Thanks and have a great semester.